Alright, so this guy has some text, some conversation with him before he actually opens up the quest box. This is a Dark Spectacle, level 50 in Ishgard. The Pillars, if that matters to anybody. Yeah. And this is the quest for obtaining Dark Knight. It's an Ishgardian Citizen. Did I say the quest name was a Dark Spectacle? I think I did, but whatever. Here we go. After witnessing a spectacle like that, everyday life seems rather dull in comparison. I cock my head to the side. So you didn't see that trial earlier? Ah, your loss. Fury take me, the way that heretic swung that slab of iron he called a sword was a sight to behold. He couldn't have carried a shield if he'd wanted to. The blade was so big, had to keep two hands on it at all times. I was amazed he managed to keep up with that temple knight for as long as he did. Fought like a demon from the deepest pits of the seventh hell, bellowing threats and working his arts. I wasn't sure what to make of it at first, but then I heard someone say that he must be a dark knight. But you didn't hear that from me, eh? In fact, I'm sure I don't know anything about it. Press the man for details. Yes. Ye gods, are you mad? We're standing outside the bloody tribunal. Fine, but keep quiet and listen well, because I'm only going to say this once. Okay. Oh. Okay. The quest is called Our End? What? It's not a Dark Spectacle? Whatever. I'll just add it to the title. Level 50. Here we go. Same fucking thing. So as I was saying, that heretic was fighting like a man possessed. Even after he took several wounds, he showed no sign of pain, though there was no mistaking the blood. As the fight wore on, it began to soak through his armor, spreading to every ilm of his body, but when it began to rise and envelop him as a mist, I realized it wasn't blood, but something dark and twisted. But the righteous are not so easily cowed. Alone be praised. I screamed myself hoarse when that temple knight slipped past his guard and ran him through. Good riddance, I say. Man was not meant to wield such arts. Yet I wonder, was he truly one of those... Well, it matters not. I heard the temple knights talking of dumping his corpse in the broom. By sunrise, it'll be stripped bare and tossed over the walls. It will be as though he never was, and as though we never had this conversation. We will go to the broom via the Ethernet. To the broom. In this direction is where, Hilda is. She is vital to the end of the Machinist questline, which I am currently on right now. It felt fitting to be on Machinist in Ishgard. I do not have Astrologian. A punctilious temple knight is here, along with another knight, and they are watching over a person who is definitely not a corpse. Just looks like he's sitting on his butt with his legs kind of out, like forming a circle with his butt. The long sword, a great sword on his back. Black and kind of black armor with some gold filigree here and there, like really like tarnished gold, maybe like not super shiny. But we'll talk to the punctilious temple knight to continue. We get a cutscene. Two guards are just looking down at this great sworded gentleman. His entire head is covered by a helmet, dome shaped, and then it just kind of gets slightly wider as it goes down toward like where it kind of meets the shoulders, if that, like a bell kind of shape. That's more than far enough for charity. They'll take care of the rest, and mayhaps sooner rather than later. Come on, says the knight, seeing me, I guess thinking that I'm about to just loot the corpse, as it were. I look over at the sitting body, take a knee. There's a crystal, a soul crystal. I reach toward it, or reach toward the human, the guard. Is this it? Is this all that awaits? No, No more. Enough. And there, open your eyes. Look, do you see now? Do you see? Mercy. Mercy! Screen goes black. I couldn't click through that. Okay, we're kind of like waking up now. It seems we're like little glimpse of this supposedly dead thing guy, and we can see eyes through the slits in the helmet. I'm surprised. I've been waiting for you to open your eyes. So yeah, during that I couldn't click. I couldn't like stop the words that were coming. I reached toward the crystal. There was this red dark energy coming from me to the crystal, and then eventually the energy was me, crystal, and this slouched, like hunched over, seemingly dead person, and then it went black. Like there was an energy triangle. You alright? You were moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. I guess I was passed out for a while. Name's Frey, by the way, and no, I'm not a heretic. I tried convincing a temple knight drunk on authority of that, eh? Shame the pompous arse got the better of me. His greatsword has a wooden handle, like a little bit of metal in the middle, like a metal ring in the middle, and then the very end of the hilt of the sword also has metal. But how about you? You touched it, yes? That couldn't have felt good. I say something to him. Cutscene goes black for a second. A voice, eh? And a rather distressed one besides. Please, someone, anyone, we hear. He blocks me from going to help with his greatsword. Not so fast. We need to talk about what's happening to you, what's growing within you, before you get carried away. There's a darkness within us all. Nothing dangerous, mind. In fact, it's quite healthy, but the crystal changes you, gives you the power to channel it. Do it. His eyes glow red. Do it without proper training, however, and, well, it might hurt. I take a step back. His eyes are back to normal. So go ahead, ask me to teach you. Ask me to instruct you in the ways of the dark nights, and I will. Screen goes black. I talk to him to complete the quest. I know you're still worried about that screaming woman, so I'll keep this brief. We Dark Knights don't care one whit for prestige or pedigree. We are free to follow our hearts, to defend the weak and punish the guilty as we see fit. The law of the land, the authority of a name, these are tools cowards use to escape harm. We have no need of shields, figurative or literal. Here, my blade is your blade, my soul crystal your crystal. Go on, take them. You'll need them soon enough. I'm doing this because I try to do like so I leveled up White Mage, Dragoon, Sage when I was high enough to get it. Why am I blanking? Red Mage when I was high enough to get it, and Paladin. That was my first round. Got all 5 to level 100 pretty much like within days of each other. I just kept rotating through it. Next round I did Gunbreaker, which I waited on Gunbreaker to let the others catch up. But Gunbreaker for tank, Black Mage for range magical DPS. I don't think I did a melee DPS. Oh no, I did Ninja. And then Blue, which is, it's its own thing. Yeah. And then Machinist. Those are all level 70-ish, 70, 71, because once I beat the story, once I finish the storyline for each of those jobs, it's like, do I want to continue or do I want to do other storylines for other jobs? So, aside from jobs that start at like level 80, I'm looking at, like, I think, hold on. I guess Reaper starts at 70, I think, and Pictomancer starts at 80, I think. Aside from that, I might just get most jobs through their storylines. Black Mage is fun. Ninja is crazy. Both of them are crazy. Machinist is a lot of little weaving of stuff. Blue Mage I got to 80, and that's the level cap apparently, so I can't get any further. I just do the weeklies for it. I want to get through the storylines first and then decide if I want to level each job up to 100 after that, and I probably will, but we'll see. But I have played a warrior. Warrior was my highest level job before I created Mercy. I think warrior was... I had a Rogadin male that was 64, maybe warrior. I don't remember for sure. And I'm like, okay, I've done that. I've done Paladin to 100. I've never really done Dark Knight past... I don't know, past getting it? I'm not even sure I've done a whole lot of Dark Knight, period, but... Anyway, I want to do Dark Knight, so I'm doing it. I've already done Warrior, so of all the tanks that I had available to me, Dark Knight was the one I chose. Same with Scholar. I've played a Scholar up to level 50 something, and it's hard. I think I probably leveled it mostly through Summoner, to be entirely honest, because Scholar healing was very hard for me. And it could be because I didn't know that the fairy stops healing when it's moving. So I have a command, I have a macro that will negate that problem, hopefully. But anyway, our end is complete. We get 400 experience points for my Machinist, which is a small drop in the bucket. Soul of the Dark Knight, Steel Claymore, Steel Cuirass, and padded velveteen trousers. A little cutscene, I would assume. Dark Knight unlocked. Okay, no shorty cutscene yet, but we'll see. You actually have to equip the sword. That automatically equips the soul crystal. I don't think I have level 30 gear aside from this, so I'll put on the body and pants. We will pop a new gear set here for Dark Knight. I'm going to move it up above Arcanist, so I'm going to move this to 11, and then I have to mess around with the macro after that. I don't have... No, we'll just move it up to 14. I want to keep all of my crafting and stuff, crafting and gathering close to each other. I have a macro for Scholar that changes over to Scholar and then summons Eos, the fairy. So, we're good now. Let's move some shit around first. Provoke, I always have as my V. This is a tank cooldown for damage reduction. This is my tank buff. Stun. Oh no, I want my ranged attack there. So stun I'll put as my thumb button, the backmost thumb button. AoE is gonna be Alt 1 for now. We have Hard Slash, Siphon Strike, Soul Eater as my general combo. This is my ranged pulling. Okay, so Unmend is... yeah, my ranged pull. Anything I'm missing? I don't know if my interrupt should be my shift middle or if my stun should be like... I don't know for sure. Oh, we'll figure it out eventually. Anywho, let's also go into Blood Gauge. Oh, it's just Grit. It's your enmity. It's your tank buff, as people call it. Okay, we'll talk to... yeah, we'll continue. So Frey has Ishgardian Justice, level 30. No, we're not going to continue because I want to get gear. I don't want to be lame like this. all of this gear that I could equip is healer gear or caster gear in general. Except for the Neophyte's ring. So the rings I can equip. Because those are leveling rings. Although the brand new ring will be not as useful right after 31. I don't have any more tanky stuff. Do I have tanky stuff in my saddlebag? I think it's all healer stuff. Specifically put healer stuff in here, except for fair. I do Reaper and a couple of Reaper gear thingies here, and some tank rings, but they're level 60, so it's been a while away. I don't really need this here right now, but it might play a role later. I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna get some gear first, and then I'll come back and do this one. But that's it for now, and I will see you guys later for the next quest. Whatever you watch. Hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.